Differences in product quality made in first and third world countries. The concept of differing natural psychologies between ethnic groups, specifically the difference in preference for short-term or long-term gain, can also be observed in the quality of products originating from first world cold countries, particularly Germany and Japan, versus those made in warmer third world countries. Although products made in first world cold countries may be more expensive, they often provide better value for money in the long run as they are designed with a focus on longevity and reliability. This is in contrast to cheaper products made in warmer third world countries that may satisfy the immediate need for a product, but do not last as long, leading to additional costs in the long term. For instance, industrial equipment made in Europe or North America is generally known to be of higher quality than those made in third world countries. First world countries have strict regulations, quality standards and processes in place to ensure that their products meet high quality standards. The justification for these standards comes from the cold climate natives' ability to envision the broader negative consequences of making short-lasting cheaper products. In contrast, manufacturers in third world countries may not have the same standards and may cut corners to reduce costs, leading to lower quality products that require frequent repairs or replacements. The same can be said for car parts and other similar items. Products made in first world countries often provide better value for money due to their superior quality and longevity. Although these products may be more expensive, their longevity and reliability ultimately makes them a better investment in the long run. The preference for short-term gain is not limited to warm climate third world countries. Consumers in colder developed countries also face the temptation to choose cheaper products in the short term, even if they are of lower quality and require frequent replacements. However, in such countries, consumers overall on average prefer better quality albeit more expensive products as they are naturally better able to realize the value of investing in high-quality, long-lasting products rather than short-lasting cheaper products. Ultimately, the concept of natural psychology and the preference for short-term or long-term gain is an important consideration in the design, manufacturing, and purchasing of products. Manufacturers that prioritize quality over cost and consumers who recognize the long-term value of investing in quality products can help to reduce waste, improve sustainability, and ultimately save money in the long run. It is indeed true that certain ethnic groups have naturally developed tendencies based on their ancestral environment and agricultural practices. People who lived in warm climates with an abundance of food resources did not have to worry about long-term planning for survival, and so their natural tendencies leaned towards seeking immediate rewards. On the other hand, people who lived in colder climates with scarce resources for thousands of years had to plan and strategize for long-term survival, leading to the development of a preference for long-term thinking. This natural tendency towards short-term thinking is not a flaw or a mistake. Rather, it is a natural response to the environment in which people have evolved. However, in today's world, it can become a hindrance to development, progress, and success. To overcome this, it is important to recognize these natural tendencies resulting from evolution and work towards educating and nurturing people to develop a preference for long-term thinking in addition to developing tailored solutions that accept this difference. What will certainly help is education and exposure to different ways of thinking for warm climate people. For example, children can be taught about the benefits of planning and delaying gratification from an early age. This can help them develop a preference for long-term thinking and help break the cycle of short-term thinking that can be detrimental to societies. Another solution is to promote globalization and social integration. This can help people from different regions and cultures learn from each other and adopt new ways of thinking. Through increased exposure to different ways of life and thinking, people can learn to adapt and overcome their natural tendencies towards short-term thinking. It is important to recognize that natural tendencies towards short-term thinking are not a flaw or a mistake. Rather, they are a natural response to the environment in which people have evolved. However, in today's world, it is important to work towards nurturing and educating people to develop a preference for long-term thinking. This can be achieved through education, exposure to different ways of thinking, and promoting globalization and social integration. By doing so, we can work towards a world where people are better equipped to plan and strategize for long-term success and development. The concept of natural psychology in terms of short-term and long-term thinking is a relatively new understanding that is not yet fully accepted in society. Because of this, much damage has been done to developing countries, making it extremely difficult to reverse the damage. Another possible solution that could provide some immediate effect could be tactical population transplantation, social integration, global mobility, and international financial programs that are geared towards understanding the differences in natural psychology between ethnicities. In the long run, it is essential for society to accept this concept of natural psychology and how it relates to societal progress. By acknowledging the differences in natural psychology between ethnic groups, we can better understand the challenges that face developing countries and work towards finding effective solutions to help them achieve long-term success and sustainability. Only by taking a nuanced and strategic approach to global development can we hope to create a world that is equitable and sustainable for all.